Hello, everyone. My name's Johnny, and I am a creative producer, a creative executive, writer, and host over at Open Doors. And today I'm here with Jiggy, rapper. And do you produce as well?
Yeah, I
Just to
produce
make
my
sure.
beats.
Okay, cool. Rapper and producer. And with that being said, we'll just get right into it. So, Jiggy, can you tell me kind of, what's going on? How's your day going? Give me like a little introduction.
Pretty good. I had work really early this morning, and that was not the funnest, but I'm here and I'm excited to answer some questions. And yeah,
Word. So, how'd you come up with your stage name?
that well, it's Jiggy, and my dad, when I was little, used to call me that. He used to call me Jiggy Jake, and so I just ran with that because I just liked, you know, well, yeah, yeah, I just ran with it.
Okay, word. So,
Yeah.
your real name's Jake, then?
Yes.
Cool. That's awesome, man. So, there's no kind of like story behind Jiggy. Your dad just kind of like, he likes nicknames,
Well,
just kind
I
of threw
mean,
that one out there.
he threw it out there and he just started calling me that, and I think I stuck with it so much because when I was in fifth grade, he actually passed away, and I wanted to just like keep that going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And so
Sorry to hear about your loss. That's
yeah,
unfortunate to grow up without a father
yeah,
like
of
that.
course. So yeah, it just stuck with me, and it feels good to have that name, knowing that he used to call me that. You know?
Yeah, no, it's awesome that you can honor his memory in that sort of way.
Yeah.
That being said, you're kind of a mysterious character in the sense of social media and all that. You don't really have a big presence on the web. Eh,
Yeah.
but you know, how did you get started in music?
So when I was like, I don't know how old I was, but I know I was in like second grade. My dad got me a drum set, and I just started. I didn't know how to play at all, and I still kind of don't. But I would just like go on there and just bang it as loud as I could, just like not on rhythm, just fucking going with it. And I just loved like the sound, like the energy that like had to go into drumming. I didn't really drum like after that for a really long time. And then when I was in middle school, I started like making like electronic music and like trying to learn how to like DJ and stuff like that. But I never really stuck with it. I don't know, it just wasn't for me. Then when I got to high school, I didn't really make any music, but I was partying a lot and I knew I wanted to really bad. And I just didn't know how. And I was like, I think I was a little nervous too. And when I when I was a senior in high school, I went to rehab, and I moved away from all my friends, and I needed to focus on myself. I went to a music production school called Garnish and learned Ableton there. And like the drumming and the DJing, it was like kind of like a fling, and it wasn't really my thing. But right when I started making beats, I was like, yeah, it stuck with me. And so I just haven't looked back. And that was when I was 18, and I'm 22 now. So I've just been making beats for 4 years, I guess. Um, and like 2 years ago, that's when I started putting my vocals on my beats. And I just got kind of bored with like just making beats. And so I was like, I want to just try putting my voice on. And right when I did that, I was like, this is a sick ass feeling. And so, yeah, I've been doing that for the past 4 years, 4 and 2 years.
With that being said, do you feel like you're still discovering your sound, or you feel like you've now kind of found it and you're now trying to push forward and broaden that?
Um, I'm still in the journey of finding my sound for sure. I'm like, I like a lot of different genres, and that's cool, but I'm trying to stick with like one thing, but at the same time, it's kind of fun like doing like alternative and then hip hop and then like mixing those two and then also doing like happy hip hop stuff, dark, and I don't know, I'm still trying to find out my sound, but I think I got like a sound for sure.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Speaking on that kind of like hip hop alternative fusion, I noticed that a lot of the beats that you've laid lyrics to have like this guitar riff in the background and this really funky kind of like fusion between rock and hip hop is kind of what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Um, I thought it was fucking awesome. I love the beats. I
Thank
think
you.
they're sick. Can you speak to that? Are those beats that you produced, or did you outsource those?
Yeah, so I do all the drums. Like I produce the drums on all my beats, and sometimes I'll get like I'll either find like a guitar sample, or I'll have my homies that play guitar on my songs. But I'm always the one who does the drums on it, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just love like I really like pop punk. So like I have influences, or I'm influenced by like WSTR, Blink 182, obviously, Real Friends, Neck Deep, and all those fools. And but I also have this side of me that loves hip hop. And like when I started playing drums, like in second grade, I also was listening to a lot of like 50 Cent and Eminem because they were big when I was like in second grade. And I love the feeling that I got from that. So I don't know. I've always liked like rock, but I've also loved hip hop. So I kind of just put them together. And sometimes I like will just do the rock, and sometimes I'll just do the hip hop, and sometimes I'll mix them. But I don't know. I'm still just doing what feels right, you know? Yeah.
Okay, word. Um, so your last EP before the one that's coming out right now, which is
Mhm.
titled Against the Wall, right? The one that's coming out. Your
Yeah.
last EP is Emo Boy, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, I've heard you kind of reference that term a few times. So I was wondering kind of, you know, why is it that you identify as an emo boy and like what does that mean to you?
Okay, so a lot of people think it's just like oh, he's emo, like aesthetically and like his personality, and like that's not really what it meant to me. What it means to me is like emotional, and like I don't know, I'm a sensitive guy. Like I like I struggle with depression, anxiety, and I just consider myself like pretty emotional. And so putting like a lot of emotions in my songs and stuff like that. And so I kind of just came up with like emo boy. Like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So that's just kind of like just a representation of or what you came up to kind of encapsulate who you are. I want to jump back into the music a little bit.
Yeah.
Steer, and with that being said, could you tell me a little bit about your inspirations musically and who you look up to?
That one's really easy. And there's like one person that has always been my idol. And since I was like really young, especially when my father passed away, Kid Cudi, because he talks a lot about how his father passed when he was like my age, like same stuff, same age. And I don't know, he's really vulnerable and talks about like his life and his emotions, and obviously about his father. And that just when when I was like 11 and that shit happened, I just felt like, I mean, it sounds corny, but I felt like Kid Cudi was like there for me. You know what I mean?
I think a lot
Because
of
like
kids our generation.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Because I could just relate a lot, and I felt like, and he just helped me. And even to this day, I still listen to like all the Man on the Moon albums, like Indica, Satellite Flight, all that. And I just, yeah, I would say him honestly. And like my beats, I look up to a lot of new producers like Southside. He's not that new, but recent, like Southside, Mike Will, um, Metro Boomin, of course, and like a lot of Atlanta rappers and Atlanta producers for sure. I look up to.
All right. Well, we're getting close to wrap up time.
All right.
And I like to usually end these off with a fun question. So I got a two-pronged question for you here.
All right. Right.
First, yeah, we're first part. Can you name your like top 5 musical inspirations?
All right. Shit.
No particular order, by the way.
All right. Kid Cudi, Blink 182, Biggie Smalls, and I'll name 2 new artists that I really like: Juice World and the Kid Leroy. I don't know if that's his name, but I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but he's dope.
I think it is. I feel like that's what I've heard on the radio, and that's how I pronounce it. But yo, that kid is fire. Shout out to that kid. He's dope. He's dope. I just was watching his new music video recently. That being said, the second part of the question is only 3 of them can stay. You gotta get rid of 2. Who are you getting rid of? And why?
I guess I'm getting rid of Juice WRLD and the Kid Leroy. I don't know. I feel like those other 3, Blink 182, Kid Cudi, and Biggie Smalls, like, I don't know. I don't even know if you can explain it, but they just, I don't know.
I mean,
they're bigger influences on me. I mean, Juice WRLD like influenced me a ton, but if I had to keep or leave, that's just what's happening.
I think it was unfortunate that Juice WRLD came out of your mouth there at the end. Because I feel like that's one of the ones where it's like, oh man, you gotta go, but I really don't want to let you go.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he's still my top 5, so like I fucking don't want to let him go, but fuck, if you're making me, then yeah.
You made it a little easy on yourself though. I didn't expect that to happen with naming like the 2 younger people. I feel like it would have been a little bit of a more difficult question if you put like all OGs,
Right.
But yeah, that's all the time we have for today. So I'm gonna let you get going, and I'm gonna be out, dude. Peace.
All right, man. Peace.